And welcome back, everybody, as we continue from our big Inside College Football Saturday special. It's called Iron Bowl Preview 2007, along with Brad Verdisi back in the studio and our producer, B.J. Milligan, all of our staff here with CBS 42 for Scott Griffin. I'm Herb Winchester. Thanks for staying with us. And we have another guest, and this is
better
one of our more...
than Jay Jacobs, too.
I was going to say better looking than you and me, for sure. This is Rachel Barbeau. Rachel is an Auburn graduate herself. Rachel has a very popular radio show at nearby Columbus, Georgia, about 30 minutes from here. She is with 1580 ESPN, and Rachel follows the football scene very closely. And Rachel, I know, even though you're an Auburn graduate and being in the media business and a talk show host, you got to kind of keep it down the middle.
You have to be objective. You have to be objective.
She has crimson on for that.
Well, it's red. So. It's red. I tried to go somewhere neutral. It's not crimson. It's red. I didn't want to go navy blue, and I didn't want to go crimson, so I tried to stick right in there in the middle in red.
It's tough, isn't it, trying to pick out that right outfit for a day like today. Rachel, what's been the reaction over in Columbus? As I said, I know it's a big Auburn area because it should be. It's only about 30 minutes from here.
There's a huge Alabama contingency as well over there.
Really?
And a lot of people obviously are disappointed about both these teams about the season, but as much as the rivalry has lost its luster in a national sense, for people that love Alabama and Auburn, it hasn't lost its luster at all. This is going to be a rock'em sock'em game. I think that both these teams coming off the losses that they have, it's just going to add more fuel to the fire. It's going to be a really, like, punch you in the mouth type of game.
Yeah, we can't even remember Auburn's loss. They got beat by Georgia. Moreno went nuts. And then with Alabama's problems a week ago, it's almost like they didn't lose with that week off.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's just going to add more fuel to the fire. And you've got Ben Tate, you've got Brad Lester. They need a big showing from this running game. They need to take a little bit of pressure off Brandon Cox coming off that game where he had all those interceptions. A kid who really got it together. This is his last chance to shine. Yeah. And the seniors really at Auburn here, they want to go out winners of this Iron Bowl, never have lost. And the seniors over at Alabama, they want to win one. They don't want to go out never having won. Right? Yes, yes.
Yeah, and that's a good point you make. It really does mean so much to the players on both sides of the field. Now, having said that, we feel like that the quarterbacks are going to play a huge part in this game. I mean, they do. Let's face it, in every game, but in particular this game, because you don't know with Brandon what you're going to get. Is it going to be the Brandon we saw earlier in the season against South Florida, Mississippi State, or is it going to be the Brandon we saw that went into Gainesville and helped upset Florida? And then you look at John Parker, the last 3 games, 5 interceptions. Do you think the same way the quarterbacks may determine the outcome?
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. We do a Betcha Kind of Friday on our sports talk show, and our tiebreaker was which quarterback was going to turn the ball over more. So to me, it starts with the quarterback. Whichever one comes in there most poised, is able to control the ball. We all know it starts with in the trenches and the line of scrimmage, and whoever's going to be able to have the most protection. Obviously, Quentin Groves, Antonio Coleman, they want to get pressure on John Parker Wilson. That was the key to the game last year. Quentin Groves, he was the big guy in the game last year, forcing those fumbles, and they really want to put the heat on John Parker Wilson.
The last 2 years, 18 sacks, 11 against Brody Croyle, remember, 2 years ago.
Honk if you sack Brody.
Right, and then 9 last year, so, I mean,
or
by the 7,
way,
I should say.
I think Brody just got sacked again.
He's wincing somewhere.
Well, I'm glad that he's on with Kansas City and doing well for himself. Hey, Rachel, and I appreciate you having me on your talk show from time to time, because I missed that end of it, doing some radio stuff, so I get a chance to vent with you and Mike, your co-host, and we thank you for joining us today. And give us a score. Come on.
21-17, Auburn.
You know, I'm kind of right there, too. But both Scott and I think it's going to be a low-scoring Iron Bowl.
Absolutely.
Rachel, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Rachel Barbeau from 1580 ESPN over in Columbus, Georgia. Stay tuned. The man that I think has the toughest job, Scott, he's going to join us in just a few minutes, and I really mean that. Kurt Sampson, who is the sports information director, he's got to play host to all of us derelicts today.
And feed us and take care of us is ridiculous.
And baby us and make sure we're happy. We're going to toss it back to the studio. Brad is standing by. Brad, what do you got for it?